roiling advocates with groups like Decarcerate Sacramento. The concept of the extra space being used to facilitate better inmate mental health treatment doesn't ring true to members who say other alternatives have not been properly explored. Poor conditions inside that jail overall, recently prompting a $1.5 million wrongful death settlement. I'm live now with the founder of Decarcerate Sacramento, Liz Bloom, and founding member Tiffany Russell-Moyer. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Folks in the area have heard about this plan literally for years. Bits and pieces have been floating out there. Why so concerned now that you've called a virtual meeting for tonight at 6 o'clock to kind of connect with the community about why you think this is a dangerous idea, one so concerning that you're calling your effort against it care, not cages? Liz, let's start with you.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It is really concerning that the board promised the community in March of 2021 that it would cancel this project and explore other options. Those options haven't been explored. So we know that the county has a choice between renovating the current facility, which would improve conditions for everyone in that jail, versus building a new 100-bed jail annex, which would cost hundreds of millions of dollars and would not actually meet the consent decree that they say it will.
All righty, let's talk about that. The county still needs to comply with the Mays versus Sacramento consent decree, and that calls for the area to meet minimum institutional rights for people who are incarcerated, which would be easing overcrowding, and on the mental health side, providing more space for treatment to happen in a confidential, more relaxed environment. Why does this current plan not facilitate that, in your opinion, Tiffany?
Thank you. Yeah, so the county, as you said, is responding to the lawsuit. What they, instead of listening to what the community has said that they need in order to address the conditions that people are living in, which are egregious, which are harmful, which are scary, the county is saying, well, let's just keep build. What's something that they've done for decades, and which is what has resulted in lawsuits for the amount of decades that this jail has existed. And right now, because the county hasn't put those resources into identifying all of the different ways that they can address these harmful things, they're going right back to the same old way of let's just build out of it instead, which is not possible. What people need are adequate mental health care, which can be received in the community. What people need are adequate housing, because there's a lot of people who are simply inside the jail because they're living unhoused without access to housing outside. There are a myriad of resources and reasons that people are inside the facility that they do not need to be at, that we're urging the county to take seriously instead of trying to build in the jail, which the lawsuit simply doesn't require.
And from your perspective, poor medical record keeping, slow-walked response to requests for medical help, deficiencies in training and supervision, those are some of the critiques your group has had of what's happening now and why you say can't be cured by just more space. And you pointed out some of the other things like maybe having services delivered in the community that may fix this. If pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into a new facility isn't the answer, and then just more space isn't the answer, what would you have the Board of Supervisors opt to do right now, Liz?
Yeah, we know that many board members are supportive of renovating and retrofitting the current jail instead of building a new one. And the lawsuit is requiring that the county come up with a concrete, tangible plan for jail population reduction, which we know is very possible. We know 40% of people booked in the jail are for not new crimes. They're for warrant and rule violations. We know 55% of people who are released from the jail within 3 days. And we know 82% of our jail population is pre-trial. Many of those charges will be dropped. And so we know that there are very real ways that the board can invest in jail population reduction, which the lawsuit actually requires, and both parties agree will facilitate better conditions.
Alrighty, ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Again, the virtual meeting that you were holding starts at 6 o'clock tonight, and everybody can check out your Instagram page to find out how to sign on. We appreciate for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.